I'm starting to I smell all the perspiration you got going on over there, guy. You put deodorant on before you come down here?
You finna get shanked. I ain't got but 36 more days in here. Don't think I want.
Awesome. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Four Mike's 13 Teeth, One Ankle Monitor podcast ministry of First Baptist Church here in Hogansville, Georgia. Celebrate Recovery. We are currently on Google Play, Anchor, Spotify, Radio Public, and by video we're on YouTube and of course the Celebrate Recovery Hogansville page on Facebook.
Y'all come
so
check
y'all
us out.
check us out. It's 4 Mike's 13 Teeth, One Ankle Monitor. Love it.
Yep.
So today we're going to talk about being ready, and what that looks like. And I was going to throw out right quick, being ready is being fully prepared.
Are we ever fully prepared, though?
Well, it just depends on certain situations. Some things we're not going to ever be ready for.
I got a question. Does anybody actually have an ankle monitor?
Not anymore.
Not
Those things,
anymore.
those, the same thing. The
understand.
same with, teeth. We probably won't have 13 teeth before it's over. Before it's over with. Just say it.
That's Gary Blank. To my right in the middle
What's
is
that,
the
dude?
legendary
One and only.
Kevin Foles Sr. And I'm Pastor Greg.
What's up, fellas? It's a long
Bill
time.
Dollar's running point for us.
Yeah, I want to shout out to Bill Dollar and some other people too. We got some other guys behind the scenes that do stuff for us that prepares us for being ready to come to y'all. So thank you, Bill, for what you do. And who's the guy that does the bottom for us here?
Andy Buchanan, pastor
Buchanan.
of Franklin Road Baptist
Yes,
Church.
sir.
Appreciate you, Andy.
Thank you, guy. He helps us prepare to get ready.
Yeah, it does.
That's what it's just a big part of life is being ready. We have to prepare for things in our life to get through it, to grow.
Well, the first thing you got to do is admit that you do got a problem.
Well, once we've admitted and coming out of denial, right?
And a lot of people think that once you admit you got a problem, and then things is going to automatically start changing for you, and it don't happen like that.
No, not everything.
What makes you want to get ready?
It takes hitting rock bottom.
You gotta want something different than what you've always got.
So if somebody's listening
Right.
to us in addiction right now, and boy, they taking hits and nothing's happening to them. They're enjoying themselves. They're high as a kite and got plenty of money. They're probably not ready to do anything.
No,
They're in
they're
their
not.
comfort zone.
Well, something dramatic's pretty much got to happen.
Right.
Before somebody wants to change.
Right. In any situation.
But it's but once we get to that point, we're broke. We admitted that we had a problem, and we come to see that we're powerless, and we come to see that we're not God. We realize that I'm not God. Now we're starting to get into that. We have to prepare ourselves for what's fixing to happen. We have to get ready for what's fixing to happen.
That's right. You got to practice. You got to practice. It's kind of like you was talking earlier about the baseball.
Right.
When you do your tryouts,
Well,
They
to get ready for the game, you're not just going to go straight. Wake up that morning, pick up your baseball and bat and glove and go play.
That's right.
You have to practice at it.
That's right.
And that's with anything in life that we're preparing to get ready to do something. We have to practice what we're doing.
What's the first thing you done when you got ready, Kevin? When you said, you know what, I need to do something. What did you do? What was the very first thing you done?
Well,
Was you in jail?
No, I wasn't in jail. No, I just wanted something better, and realizing that the only way I'm gonna get better is start putting God first and start taking steps to make things better myself.
What was one of the
because
steps you took?
if you don't put God first, there's only two people that can make changes in your life for you: God and yourself. You got to want it.
Right.
And in order to get good things out of life, to me, is you got to put God first.
Gator, when did you know you was ready for something different? You said, you know what, forget this lifestyle.
Well,
that you was ready? Because a lot of people come to CR, a lot of people come to church. I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready, and 2 months later you can't find them. FBI can't find them. Child support recovery can't find them. You can't find them.
Right, yeah.
Where was you at in your mind and heart when you said, you know what, I am ready now. There ain't no looking back, full steam ahead?
Well, it was actually when I was accepted into the drug court program. You know, I was like, okay. When I actually seen that there is somebody out there that's, you know, that gets paid to help people, you know, to help me. They really want to help me. They were, you know, generally had, you know, heart. You know, they would full-heartedly trying to help me. And now I was like, okay, well, maybe I'm ready to make this change. I'm ready to turn this thing around. I'm ready to listen. I had to take the cotton out of my ears and put it in my mouth, you know.
Sure.
I had to be broken all the way down.
Right.
That's what it was for me. I had to be broken all the way down at my lowest.
In July of 1990, I'd say just a dope head running from the law. And I walked in my trailer, and I told my grandmama I got saved tonight. And she said, ain't no way you got saved. You'll be good doing the same thing you was doing 2 days ago. At that point, I made a decision that, no, I'm not. So that night
Right.
I walked down the street, and I was going to see my buddy. We called him GT. GT was a dope head and everything. I said, no, wait a minute. If I'm going to actually make some changes, I'm going to have to change the people I run around with.
That's right.
Because until you change your playmates and your
Right.
playground, you're not going to make any changes. But I remember going in and witnessing GT that night. And I said, listen, dude, as far as our friendship, I'm done. Oh, you better than me? You think you better than me? Are you the churcher now? I said, I'm not better than anybody, but I'm going a different direction now with my life. But you're right. It comes to a point where you get hurt, something broke, something, you know, like a woman gets beat. You know, until he comes dang near kills or hurts one of her kids, or vice versa. A man will stay with a woman sometime because he can't think he can't do any better. But until it gets so bad that I'm ready to go. I'm finished.
Something that's going to push you on
That's
out.
right.
Right.
And then you start making decisions based on what's best for you in the view of God.
Right, and saying, come feeding off of that, that's where, you know, whether we're in addiction, coming out of addiction, or if you're just trying to come out of living a sinful life, turning your life around, repenting, you know, turning around and giving it all to God. Right. There's things you have to do to get ready. And a couple of those things is changing the people you hang around, changing the places you go, and changing the things that you do, the people, places, and things. You know, this is one of the main things in recovery. But
Well, that too, and I think, you know, Bill said earlier, you got to be willing to give your time.
yeah, you're gonna have to change what you do with yourself. You know, change the things you're doing.
As a pastor, I'll go see somebody, and I'll see a husband and wife. Their marriage is falling to pieces. We're ready. I want my marriage to be what God wants it to be. I want my family to be what God wants it to be. It's okay. Now, you ready to accept the authority God puts in your life? Yeah. Okay. First of all, you need to do is you need to find you a church to get into.
Right.
Set under the institution that God started to propagate his likeness in your life. Secondly, getting that Bible and getting prayer and whatever you need to do to get clean in your life. Oh, that's too much. Well, you ain't ready yet.
That's right.
You ain't
Right.
ready
Well,
yet.
you're not prepared for
You're
that.
not ready.
You
Don't blow
gotta-
smoke at me. I've been doing this a long time, Charlie.
You got to be willing to do whatever it takes.
Right. You have to be open to change.
That's right. And a lot
and-
of us are scared of change.
Scared.
I know I am.
Oh, that pointed you. Right, but that's the thing though. It's okay. We're gonna. It's like there's a quote I found this by Benjamin Franklin. It says, "By failing to prepare, we're preparing to fail."
Sure, that's right.
So if by doing nothing, you're gonna keep failing.
That's right.
Or, you know, well, it's like what we say up here. You're going to keep getting what you're getting if you keep doing what you're doing.
That's right.
So you have to change something. You have to come out of your comfort zone. Be ready. And I wasn't ready. There's a couple of times, you know, I wasn't ready for that meth pipe to hit me on the boot.
That's right.
Cause that, you know what I'm saying?
Some of us have to change everything about our life, about ourselves.
I'll
that's the best, you
I'll
know.
put two of them up on that.
We have to go a complete opposite, different way to get a different outcome. It's just what we have to do.
Sure.
Right.
It's like,
So
go ahead.
we have to change our mindset.
That exactly.
And you
Right.
like you just said, you said it best. Change everything about you. You can't if you get out of a marriage, you can't take that ex-husband in your next marriage with you.
That's right.
Now, a lot of people do
Right.
metaphorically and mentally, but it's the same thing.
Right,
Oh,
right.
There's three of us gonna be sleeping in this bed.
A lot of us we want to see the good things in our ex in
That's right.
in the next one we have. You know,
Right.
like a lot of
So
us
we're
have
still
that.
comparing
Yeah.
That's
the
right.
one we're with who we was
and
with.
really, that's why we can't be happy.
Sure.
Right.
Right. Because that
wasn't ready.
comparison game's dangerous.
It is.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, shouldn't even be done, but a lot of people do it. And you can't make somebody get ready. We can see a man beat a woman cheat on a man, even beat the man nowadays. And you
Right.
think, what? Huh?
And they're still there.
That's right. And
They're
you wonder
not
why.
ready to
No.
leave. They're still in the comfort zone.
That's
They're scared of being alone.
That's right.
Like we talked about it this morning. It's nobody talked to me while I was at church today. Well, who did you talk to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We had to, are you ready to open up?
That's right.
We have to be willing and ready on the inside to open up because I'm an open book. Ask me anything you want to know, because I'm willing to tell on my own without being asked
Yeah.
what's happened in my life and preparing to live a sober life.
Yeah.
There's steps you have to do. You have to, I come up with my own acrostic or acronym, whichever word you want to call it, for ready. And the R is realize I'm not God. That's in the beginning.
Yeah.
I'm powerless. I realize I'm not God. All right, now my expectations have changed. My expectations are actually realistic now.
Yeah.
And I'm expecting the unexpected. And the A is my accountability partners.
Yeah.
A must.
It's a must. A must. It's 100% a must.
And until you're ready to be held accountable, you're not ready to move on.
No, right. He's holding.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Right.
that's what we're talking about. Hey,
And we have the daily routine and then yielding myself to the Lord. But what was he?
well, are you ready to have an accountability partner?
Are you ready to have an account?
Because
Yeah, right.
Everybody's got them. You can say you got a boss at work, or you got a spouse, or you got somebody.
Well,
hey man,
it's not only that. Also, are you ready to accept
What they're fixing to tell you.
the accountability? Are you? I mean, like you can have accountability partner all day, but until you accept the things they throw at you and tell you, hey, you're not ready.
I got two accountability partners I talk to weekly, and one of them a few weeks ago we was talking about something going on in my life, and he made 3 very simple changes he thought I could make in my life that didn't. I have insomnia.
Right.
So he said, you need to, one, to quit taking a nap. Sometime when you read for 3 or 4 hours, your doggone eyes cross, okay, 5 minutes. Well, that 5 minutes at a 44-year-old fat guy,
It turns in.
it does. So
Right.
he said, because if you sleep during the day, you won't be able to sleep at night. He said, plus, quit reading so much at night and all that stuff. So he made his name. He said, because that's going to make you cranky and that's going to make your mind less sharp and you'll just be letting things happen that shouldn't let happen.
Right.
So and he asked me the other day, he said, how's that sleep going? I said, well, I'm sleeping all night because I made these changes.
Right.
So that may sound minuscule, but what I'm trying to do is stop the water on this side of the dam.
Right.
The way we get, instead of dam breaks down, he said, oh my God. Well, it starts out with a small thing. The devil ain't going to walk up and just say, hey. I mean.
Right. Well, that's, we have to prepare ourselves to listen we have to listen to instruction.
Sure.
And we have to actually look for instruction.
Right.
Because I can't do this on my own.
Sure.
Even if I got God on my side, there's still something about that accountability partner, that friend that
somebody
you open up to and talk to about it. It's something that is just it's real freeing and peaceful and there's joy.
I dealt with that a lot when I first started getting sober. Is couldn't nobody tell me nothing.
That's right.
I know what I got to do.
I know what I got to do.
That's
right.
right. I'm a man.
And I'm now all that's changed because I know I can't do this.
You wasn't ready.
Yeah. I mean,
Right.
Sure. I had to go give a deposition in court one time, and I sat them there and got them in through the court system 5, 6, 7 times, and this time the judge said, I'm going to send you off for a while.
Right.
He said, Judge, I deserve to go off. He said, I need to get away from my friends. I need to get away from this environment. But
Okay.
Judge, I need some help. Judge said, what'd you say? He said, I need some help. He said, that's the best news I've heard all day. I'm going to get you some help.
Right. And they will.
Sure.
Right. And that's
I-
what they're looking
And
for.
I sat back there thinking to myself, you know what? Okay, I don't know the guy, but he sounds ready. He wasn't up there jawing him and all the other stuff.
Right.
You know, he was
And they can look through it. They
Sure
see
they
through it.
can.
They've heard everything.
Oh, Judge Bryant. You know what's going on? Oh,
Right.
Tim Fogg, good seeing you again, buddy. Bring your toothbrush with you.
But
Oh, my Lord.
but there's these things that are gonna happen. But I want to say I found a little bit of encouragement in the Bible today in Luke 21:28. It says, "Now when these things begin to take place, straighten up and raise your heads because your redemption is drawing near." You're gonna be okay.
That's right.
And that gives me hope too.
Sure, okay.
You know, and that's in me preparing myself, getting ready for real life, handling life in real life situations, not in the fantasy world that I was living in my addiction, covering up everything. Yep. But, so.
I don't need anybody.
I don't need nobody.
Yeah.
I got this.
I do this on my own.
Yeah.
And, so.
What you got?
No, we can't. No, we can't do this on our own.
Try to.
No, we can't. Can't do this on our own.
Right. And, and we're going to get to a point where everything, I don't know, will plateau.
Sure.
And if you're not, there's still another ball game to be played. We've got to keep practicing.
Sure.
We got to keep practicing before you go out and play.
Most people live their life from high to high.
Right.
If we'll come to the point that we build our life on the lows, what I mean by that is the mundane, the 8 to 5, the Thursday afternoon, being the husband, being the wife, if we'll live for those days, the highs will always be a positive. Most people live. That's why they're depressed all the time. Not every day can't be Christmas.
Right.
You got to have a September the 4th. You gotta,
right.
They got to be just a day. I'm just getting up, going to work. I got to come home, cut the grass, be a husband, be a father, be a wife, be a mother. I've got to build my life on doing life.
Right. The daily routine.
And sometimes we get lost in the mundane and monotonous. I got to excite my life. No, you don't.
Right.
You got to be responsible and have character right here because these days are going to come. You said it.
Right.
Those days are going to come. Enjoy them days.
Right.
But build your life and your character right here.
Yeah, just knowing that daily routine, that's something that we have to get in touch with.
Sure.
That like you said, the highs are going to be so high. It's going to be
that
so
way
great.
When the unexpected things do come, you're not so disappointed.
When you're expecting the unexpected, right.
Well, and going back, that's one thing we see here, Celebrate Recovery. People get off drugs, and thank God they do.
Right.
And they come in just, bulling a china shop. Oh yeah, I'm getting off drugs. I ain't hit nothing in 2 days. When's the last time you got high on welfare? Well, okay.
Yep, right.
Yeah,
okay. Well, now
I
don't know if you're ready.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you ain't high right now. All right.
Right.
But it's been 2 days. I got arrested. Okay, and I'm getting off drugs. They put me in drug court. I ain't got to go to prison. And boy, they high as a kite. Well, now here's the problem. In a month, I've got to get a job. I've got to take care of, got to pay child support. I got to pay these stupid fines. I got to keep up with drug court. God knows that ain't easy.
No, it's not.
And you start thinking, God, it'd just be better off me go back doing the same old stuff I always done.
Right. You got to be willing to change.
That's
the
change.
easy way. That's the easy way.
That's what I know. That's my comfort zone.
Right.
But going back to being ready to have an accountability partner, because Bill Dollar or Gator or somebody go, hey, what's up, man?
Yeah,
what you looking at? What you hitting on? What's under your seat? What's going on? Or they, Bill show up at your house. God, he's worse than child support recovery. But until you say,
not at the front door, either at the back door.
Right.
Yeah, if you don't answer the front, we're coming to the back.
Thank God that you hand somebody, so, okay, there's nothing in my life off limits. Now, that's hard for a man to do.
Yeah.
Because we're in 2% water and 98% ego.
That's right.
But when somebody gets broke, now that's the important part.
Right.
Or I'm ready. Okay, nothing's offline. Not only that, I need you to help me pay my bills on schedule. You can get me off dope, fine. Help me get off dope, help me stay off dope. But I've got to learn how to live.
Right.
I got to learn how to pay my debts. I've got to learn how to go to work. I've got to learn how to be a husband. Because here's what they tell us. If you start doing drugs at 15 years old and you do drugs for 15 years, now you're 30. When you get off drugs at 30, mentally, physiology, you go back to being 15 years old.
You're 15, right.
So
because you stop learning.
Yeah, sure.
Right. You've learned some things, but it's on the street.
Right.
Streetwise.
Right. You can read a scale that fast, boy. You can do math better than anybody.
Come on.
7, 2, 14, that's half a kilo. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, fractions. Gotcha.
Yeah, fractions. Right. So you go back and say, okay, now look, I've got to work. I've got to be responsible. These days are going to be few and far between. Now I'm doing the work. I'm ready.
Right. Well, that's the thing. You have to be ready to put in the footwork because, like we said before, you're not going to change just by snapping your finger, and you're not going to just wake up tomorrow morning and everything be changed and all fine and dandy.
It's a very low percentage of people that when they get out of drug court, A, continue on in sobriety, but B, continue on with God. We was talking to the lady that runs drug court here in Troup County, and she says that the majority of people that come through drug court go back. It's
Yes.
3, 4, 5 times.
Right.
It's a disparaging difference in the percentage of people that succeed the first time and the people that don't. And the one problem is they're just doing the drug court to be doing the drug court, or
Faking it to make it.
yeah. And now let's flip this over to the church. People come to church. Husband, finances falling apart. Their way. What's going on is God trying to teach them something.
Right.
Now, maybe finance, maybe marital, maybe physical. Okay, preacher, I'm going to give my life to God now. Okay, well, listen, I'm not asking you to rewrite 10 Commandments. Show up to church on Sunday.
Right. Well, that's even it changing your life over from addiction and
Sure.
to sober, and then living a sinful life to living a godly life. There's things that we have to learn to let go of.
Yeah.
You have to prepare yourself to let go of this. You're gonna have to let go of this shame, this guilt, this the regret
Yeah.
or resentment you have toward. You have to dig inside you and pull these things out.
Yeah.
God's gonna open up these closets that you've been hiding stuff
That's right.
in for a long
Living in a
time.
fantasy
You got
world.
to take
And-
the steps. You
and
can't,
you-
you can't
right.
just stand back and expect things to change.
Right.
Right. You got to do something.
So they say, well, preacher, I said, where you been at? I couldn't get out of church. Could you go to work Monday? Yeah, I can go to work Monday. Do you counsel? Yeah, I counsel at First Baptist Church every Sunday at 11 o'clock. You come in and,
Right. You can be there.
I'm going to give you what you need on Sunday.
Y'all, come on.
And, you talk, but they're not, until you get broke, you're not ready. When you do
Right.
get ready, you're going to open your life up and say, okay, there's nothing off limits. And have just 1 or 2 accountability partners. Don't put all your business in the street.
Yeah, you don't. That's not
Find
what you want
2
to do.
people you
right.
can trust. They'll get in your face and say, what's up?
That's right.
What's happening?
You know,
What
if you want,
doing?
if you got to have a thug do it, let a thug do it. But whatever you got to do,
Like you're just saying, until we're broken, we're not going to change. You need somebody that's going to keep breaking you, like keep
Yeah.
telling you that's not
Yeah.
what you do.
I can't believe you talked to her like that, Kevin.
Yeah.
But that's not.
and you'll go, okay. Then what you talk to your accountability partner's going to change.
Right.
You'll say, listen. You'll come up to him. You say, listen, hold me accountable about reading my Bible every day. Hold me accountable about paying my bills. Here's my check. Help me to tithe. Help me to save. Help me to spend. And you'll get on account. You start thinking, wait a minute. The other day I was somebody called me every 2 hours, make sure I wasn't hitting a blunt or what's going to happen now? I'm trying to put money in the bank. What's happening is God has taken you. You've gotten ready. You've turned to God. And like I said, if there's a million steps between you and God, he'll take them all but one.
Right.
You have to take one because
right.
he loves you that much. He loves you so much, he's going to not leave you in that place. But here's what he's going to do. He's going to send some people in your life that loves you and that you'll love. Now, you may hate them to start with. You think, I hate them, some stupid CEO. I go past
Right.
But all of a sudden you say, these guys ain't trying to hurt me.
Right.
They're unorthodox, but they're not trying to hurt me. And you'll look up and say, oh, wait a minute. I had a job interview, and Bill called and asked me how that job interview went. I'm closing on the house, and Preacher Greg called me and asked me how closing how do we go from they come put money on my books at jail to me buying a house?
Right.
That's a long process, but that's what accountability does.
Right.
So,
It
but
carries you through.
You got to get ready back there. And a lot of people, I'm going to tell you something. As a pastor, I don't know. I probably can't count on 5 or 10 fingers the people right now that I'd say is ready to really just sell out for Jesus Christ. And it's hard as a pastor to see church people, saved people, not surrender their whole will to God because God's got all that stuff.
Well, as a leader in CR, it hurts. And I'm sure Kevin feels the same way going through some things that we've been through,
Yep.
knowing what road it's going to lead to. But then they're still coming in here half-hearted with it
Yep.
and not, really just because they have to get a signature for
Yeah,
court.
sure.
And you just want to tell you, look,
Right.
you listen to
Shut
me.
up,
This
get it
it's
home.
going to happen. To me. You're going to die
Yep.
or you're going to go to jail. One or two things are fixing to happen. And there's still, and it's heartbreaking.
Sure. Yeah, and I tell you, as a pastor, sometimes parents, they'll find some marijuana in their kids' room, they're smoking a joint. And they say, I don't know what we're going to do. I said, I'll tell you what we can do.
Stop smoking pot.
Yeah. I said, why don't you bring them to Celebrate Recovery? Oh, those people? Yeah, those people. And why don't you let them
Right.
talk to them? Well, what do they know? Well, they've done twice what you can't even think about what these people have done.
Right.
Why don't you let them talk to them? In and out of jail. I ain't had
Right.
one
But
parent
that's-
ever take me up on
But
it.
that's
Not one parent.
that's what an addict needs. Addict.
Well,
it's not
it-
going to listen to somebody that's never done drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Got the hat turned around back. They ain't going to tell me nothing.
Well,
They 14
and-
years old, weigh 80 pounds.
Well, me though, I see it though. It just is we're products of our own environment.
Sure.
That's right.
If you you know what I'm saying, if you're a parent and you find your 13, 14-year-old kid in the room smoking pot, you probably need to stop smoking pot yourself.
Well, I've looked
That's
at
right.
parents.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
Sure,
Not all situations are like that.
right.
But I'll say 80% of the situations are.
And a lot of times
They're
parents
seeing
already-
it. They've seen it. You might have already be in recovery.
Yeah.
But they've done lived their first 13 years of their life
right.
watching you.
Sure.
right.
And most of the time, using this word ready, parents aren't ready, or husbands and wives aren't ready to admit the truth about their loved ones. They're not that bad. They are that bad.
They're trying to cover it
That's
up.
right.
Right.
Then it's just, it's like trash under a carpet. Well, eventually that thing is going to pile up. And you're going to say, there's something on that carpet. Right. School's going to call you. They're going to bust you down the street, the police.
Yeah.
I didn't see it coming. Bull, you didn't see it coming. It's like a 747 landing in the middle of your front yard, And so you try to love people, but until we're ready for the truth, well, you can't help anybody.
Right. That's
right.
But I can't get ready for you, and you can't get ready for me.
Right.
We have to come to a point where we either get hurt, and that's the best thing happens sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Just get your teeth kicked.
Yeah.
Well, you break your leg. Sometimes you break your leg. I mean, sometimes you break your leg off. This is getting bad. Sometimes you get yourself hurt. But at those points, God used in your life because He's trying to teach you something. And He had to do it in my life. I mean, I ain't preaching nobody. Everything I'm telling you something I went through.
Right.
And when God does that, it's cataclysmic.
Right.
But He said, okay, God, what are you trying to teach me? I'm ready now. Here's my life. Here's a Christian brother, a Christian sister. Here's my life. Would you help me? And they begin to it.
Right.
And don't.
I love it. Getting ready. Prepare yourself to listen to instruction.
Yeah.
Just be prepared for anything. Getting ready. Things are gonna happen.
Yeah.
There's nothing we can do about it.
And let me encourage people.
Don't give up.
Yeah.
Don't give up. Keep pushing.
This is not the end of your life. I don't care what you're going through. You're on addiction. Your kid's on addiction. You're going through marital problem. You got financial. Your health is falling apart. This is not the end of your life. God's got a bigger plan for you, bigger and better.
Amen.
But you have to be ready to make the appropriate changes. Change your playmates in your playground, and God can move you in the direction He wants you to move in.
Amen. I love it. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
See y'all again next week. Be looking out for some new videos, possibly. And again, Google Play, Anchor, Spotify, Radio Public, YouTube, and Facebook. Y'all come check us out. Like us, love us, share it. Look, comment on some things. Let us know what you're going through. If you got some questions, call us up. We love y'all. Y'all have a blessed day.
I went back at it. That back hurt me.
Oh, dude, and a neck.